Hello guys and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm going to bring you this cryptocurrency video and this collaboration with DaVinci J15, the guy who bought Bitcoin below $1. You already know who he is. I don't think we need to make a huge introduction, but how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm in the 5x5, staying alive here in the new year.
Yeah, exactly. New year, guys. New year and new Bitcoin predictions, because all of our previous predictions went completely to not very well.
No, not at all.
Your predictions, my predictions, all of my friends' predictions, gone. So basically, in the beginning of this year, I think I was talking about $300,000 for the end of the year. You were talking about what?
1.2 million for February.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen probably. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to wait because the Federal Reserve, right? They're printing like crazy, and so people are noticing. Hey, wait a second here. I'm noticing 25% increase in all my costs. I mean, you go to a dollar store now in the United States, and it's now a $1.25 store.
So you think that $1.2 million maybe could happen still within 2 months?
Yes, because corporations, right, which have the money, right, they're realizing, well, wait a second, what do we need to do something here.
This is true, but what is the likelihood of this happening?
It's starting to drop a little bit, right?
A little bit.
yeah, starting to drop to like very low, very small probability.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Hey, you know what? We do our best based on, we analyze the markets and then come up with the results. And I think where we mistaken, we underestimated the power of the Federal Reserve and the banking system, because they really, remember the ETF that came out, that helped suppress the price as well, because now corporations can go and buy that ETF, and that doesn't own, you don't own Bitcoins, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that nothing has really changed fundamentally, of course, when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just as strong today as it was back when we were talking about 100K, 300K, 1.2 million. I actually believe that Bitcoin is absolutely going to reach 1.2 million. I just don't think it's going to happen within the next 1 year. I think 1.2 million is probably going to happen within 4 or 5 years. I'm very certain about that. I would have loved to see 100K before the end of last year. Sadly, it didn't happen, but I don't think that this changes anything in terms of this bull cycle. I still think that this bull cycle is going to go above $100,000. But it seems like the timing will be different. So we're gonna see it maybe within another 6 months or so. But basically every single person I know said 100K before the end of the year for 2021.
Same here.
Everyone was wrong. The only one who was right was Peter Schiff.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Peter could do a victory lap now.
Yeah. Peter's happy now. Peter's happy.
Oh, wow.
Which is horrible. But next year, or this year, he will be very sad because Bitcoin will go above $100,000. I'm very confident about that. What do you think? What is the likelihood, percentage-wise, that Bitcoin goes above 100K this year?
Well, I think there's a high probability of that because, hey, you know what? Bitcoin is...
Give us a number.
I would say 70% chance.
70%, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm much more bullish. I would say 90-95% chance.
Mm-hmm.
But we're on the same side for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Bitcoin is an asset that's so limited that you can guarantee that the value will go up. Because everything we produce in mankind, if something goes up in value, we just produce more, right? And then the price has to come down. This is the only asset where, hey, you know what? There is going to be no more after the 21 million. That's it. And so this is a perfect asset because it's also designed to be money, right? It's a perfect asset for money. And when it is money, that means it has to have the 50% of all value of all assets that we have. Imagine that. So all our assets, all the physical things that we have, Bitcoin has to be probably the value of 50% of that.
So how much is that then?
I'm not sure actually what the value of all our assets in the world, but
we're talking like hundreds of trillions of dollars.
Yes, in the quadrillions.
Quadrillions.
Yes, exactly.
So you're also talking derivatives and everything, or?
Yeah, if you want to throw out derivatives, but derivatives are a little bit complicated, right? Yeah. So it's like, because derivatives shouldn't exist in our society, they only exist because of the Federal Reserve, right?
Yeah.
because the Federal Reserve allows them to print money and create money for any kind of emergency, what derivatives are basically, Warren Buffett aptly called them financial weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
So they allow corporations to intertwine themselves with the banking system so that if one collapses, it takes us down the whole system. And so this is where they did this because they understood from the Greenspan put, that's what they called it after Greenspan bailed out long-term capital management, that no matter what, if the system's about to collapse, the Fed is going to come and print more money.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is make sure that, if you go down, everybody else goes down. Right?
Yeah.
So
it's a big threat actually. They call Bitcoin a threat to the financial security of the world, but the derivatives, that's the real threat.
Exactly.
But I agree with you that hundreds of trillions of dollars out there is waiting to flow into Bitcoin, that's for sure. So we're talking millions of dollars of value then per Bitcoin. But I think, it's going to take 5-10 years before we're seeing this. I've said to people that I think $5 million per Bitcoin is very likely to happen, but I think it's going to take at least 5 years, maybe even 10 years. Yes. If you discount inflation. With inflation, maybe it could actually happen within 5 years very easily. But it's going to take a little bit of time, in my opinion. I also want to, because we just made a video on your channel, we talked about Casta. Da Vinci happens to be a big investor in Casta actually. That's very cool. Happy to have you on board because you're a friend. But you're not only a friend, you're also very famous for buying Bitcoin below $1. So if you invest in Casta, it means a lot to us, to me personally actually. So that's very cool. You actually already mentioned on our Twitter why you invested, but maybe you can share 1 or 2 minutes of that here as well.
Yeah, well, I invested because Casta provides an application allowing people to use Bitcoin that don't know, or cryptocurrencies that don't know how to use it and are afraid to use cryptocurrencies. That's the key problem with crypto right now, is that only the high nerds know how to use it, right? People who actually manage their own keys and not afraid to send the transaction, right, to another person. Because even I'm a little bit nervous when let me just make sure I'm sending it to the right person.
I know.
Because I've done that. I've lost a few Bitcoins because I sent it to the wrong place. One time I thought I lost 140 Bitcoin because I sent it to the wrong address. But it turned out I just sent it to an exchange, which was in my name. I was like,
but every time I'm sending big amounts, even though I'm sure it's right, I'm still getting a little bit anxious because there's always this degree of uncertainty, and if you screwed up, then you're screwed, right?
Exactly.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes. Even for me, I've been here 4 or 5 years now, but I still feel like that sometimes.
Exactly, I know how you feel.
And that's a problem, because the mainstream people, they will just take a step back immediately.
Exactly.
They don't have the incentive to use crypto. For us, it's political. We really care about crypto, we care about Bitcoin, so we do it regardless of the hurdles. But the mainstream, they will just back out.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
don't care.
No.
So that's what we have to fix. That's what Casta is fixing. So very, very important.
Exactly. And then also, the mainstream loves to earn on their wealth. They don't like to just sit there and have it do nothing. They like to make passive income. So Casta also provides that as well.
Exactly. So 2 great reasons to have you on board, man. Very nice. And of course, like everyone knows, we are launching on Bybit. Casta is launching on Bybit, so the link will be down below. To Bybit, you can get $4,000 bonus and 9,500 Casta tokens with the link down below. So that's cool. And you're also having Da Vinci's YouTube channel down below, of course. Da Vinci is, of course, very famous on YouTube. He's also famous on Twitter, and I think you're blowing up on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. I think you're really becoming very, very big.
Yeah, I'm finally verified on Instagram and Twitter, so I'm very happy about that.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, guys, 2022 will be absolutely insane for Bitcoin, for Da Vinci, for me, for Casta. It's going to be very, very cool. And if you guys want us to make more collaborations in the future, please leave a thumbs up down below. It would be cool if we can reach 5,000 likes on this. And like I said, go to Bybit if you want to buy the Casta token. That is the main place to do that. And also my tutorial for Bybit is also down below somewhere. But thank you so much, Da Vinci, for being on the channel. Go and subscribe to Da Vinci. Very, very important. I want at least 3,000-4,000 of you to go and subscribe to Da Vinci. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing, yes.
That would be very nice. All right, guys, have a good day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye now.
Nice. That was a very good video.